You can talk about anything, man. I'm just trying to make sure shit is down, man. We good.
That's
What's
a good
going
idea.
on with you, man?
Hey, things are good out here. This is the last one until summer, man.
Last one.
Yeah, I'm taking the summer off. I only do this thing just basically the school year. Well, when the kids are out of school, I stop doing weekly interviews, so I can go relax someplace and fucking focus on something other than this every week. Hey,
I got a drink, so I was ready. You know what I'm saying?
Cheers, sir. Yes, sir.
Behind me because I'm moving, but I had to take time to just be like, I'm moving to another place in Vic, but I had to, take time to come kick it with you. You know what it is?
So,
the best podcast on hip hop.
I've been referring to you as an Edmonton-based artist. I think I did a promo that says you're an Edmonton artist. How long you been in Vic, man?
I am an Edmonton artist. I'll always be an Edmonton artist. I've been there for how long? But I'm in Vic. I've been here since September last year.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Yeah, I've been out of the loop, man. I see you online and shit, but I guess it doesn't really matter where you're posting from. That's kind of, one thing that I wanted to talk about here, actually, is like...
home. Edmonton is home. It'll always be home because I spent a lot of time there. I still be going back. I'll be back soon. You know what I mean? I still have stuff at home. I still got to come back. You know what I mean? I still have all kinds of stuff in stores there. Like, to be honest, Edmonton is home.
God damn.
Whether it be in First Block or my friend's house. But, my girl's dad passed away, so we came out here, and then it was just nice, man. You know what I'm saying? And family was kind of just like, here, deal with everything. And so we're in the apartment, or Pop's apartment, and it's nice. And I didn't see a snowflake all year. And Edmonton goes to like minus, 52 with the wind chill. And I was like, well, let me just enjoy this shit for a minute.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I recommend Lethbridge. We're so far south compared to Edmonton after being in Edmonton for 10 years. Like, bro, I moved down here and it's puddles all winter. It'll snow a little bit. We do see some snow, but then the Chinook comes in a day or two later and it's gone.
But you don't have an ocean though. Like
no, it's not quite the same as Victoria would be, of course. But
but Lethbridge is cool. I mean, shout out to you always playing people. I see the station play all that stuff outside.
No. Rewind. Lethbridge is not cool. I'm not going to sit here and try to say, oh yeah, Lethbridge is the spot. Lethbridge is cool. No, Lethbridge has decent weather. Lethbridge has tolerable weather. If you got to be in Berta and you're not going to be in Edmonton, Lethbridge is pretty decent.
Listen, man, the Lethbridge, the music scene about to blow up. Is it going to be the hub?
Hey, shouts to the other artists making hip hop out of Lethbridge. There are some of them, and they make some good music and shit. Sometimes people do tour through here. El Rev, he goes by Javier Escuela now.
Because I know he's from there. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's somebody out there. So shout out to
he's from here. Donnie Sage, Alchemy the Linguist. There's some guys making some noise. There's a decent little scene of some actual, more artists making music I like than I guess there might be in a city of this size. Anyway,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, man, this fucking year it's been 27 weeks. I asked the internet how many weeks there's been in 2026 so far, and I've done 25 different episodes of this show, so pretty much one a week, man.
I'm just saying, and you ask the good questions, and you have everybody, you be clipping all the good answers they have.
I tried to.
But I don't want to cause no rap beef. Sometimes I want to be like, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard somebody say.
Well, now's the time to talk about it, right? And honestly, jump into the comments anytime with that shit, man.
I try and be. I have no problem with no rap beef, you know me. But I try and be respectful sometimes. But like, I think there was one person who was talking about politics or something, and I had to say something. I think you remember the comment. I was like something about, I think it was conservative rap.
Oh.
And I was like, I can't. We're not gonna have this discussion. All right, we're not gonna do this. Like, it's the antithesis of what. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work, and so
I don't really rock with that, man. I'm in the same boat as you, but a lot of the time, like I try not to sit here, and if anybody wants to have takes like that are opposing to mine, I try not to turn it into, like you said, a beef or whatever. I'll just sit here and kind of like, oh, okay, that's how you feel. Okay,
But,
yeah.
The thing is that but that's the thing. I was respectful as I could be in the comments at that time. You know what I mean? And they didn't say nothing. But it's takes like that, right, on hip hop. I think a lot of times when it comes to hip hop, especially up north, I'll say this, that a lot of people are just cosplaying hip hop.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know what I'm saying? And they think I'm doing that down the south. Just they think we're all Drake and they all want to blame us all as cosplay. So I already deal with that from that side. But to see a lot of motherfuckers up here, they really are be cosplaying hip hop. They don't really rock with it. They don't really rock with the culture. They rap. They do it because they want girls. It's so fun. They don't understand hip hop for real. And you can tell when they have a conversation with you.
You think it's worse up here? I feel like it's probably like that everywhere. There's got to be a bunch of guys who get into this just because they got some money that they want to clean up, or they think it's going to be an easy bag, or like you said, they're girls.
But they're not cosplaying playing the hip hop the same level. Okay. Like they're still ingrained in the culture. So like if you're a hood dude, or you're, you know what I'm saying, some kid from wherever, you know what I'm saying, and you're still ingrained in the culture, there's a difference between somebody who like never had no hip hop in their house. Their parents never had no, like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A cultural difference, you know what I'm saying? And they just come in, they like hip hop, and then they want to bring in some shit that has nothing to do with the culture. And I'm not trying to make it, you know what I'm saying? But it really is like that. Like, I got to be honest, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't matter. You could be any race and that happen. So it doesn't necessarily, I'm not attacking specific people. It's culturally.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Like when you culturally don't understand and then you jump into this lane. And there's things that I learned the whole time. I keep learning.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing is people got to keep that open mind and try to keep learning about it, right? Like that's been my thing from jump. I grew up in a small town or whatever. I can't sit here and pretend like, oh, I grew up in hip hop, or you know, like, I was out there in the ciphers on the corner when I was 14. Like it just that wasn't around me, right? Like even as a Canadian, for me, like, it's been a lot of study, man. It's been a lot of book learning, and now with this interview series, it's been a lot of talking to people and hearing beliefs, and
putting on for hip hop. Like you really put on for hip hop, so you're putting your time in. Yeah, to putting on for hip hop and learning while you do it.
Well, and that learning goes back before this whole interview thing too, right? This was just kind of me realizing, well, shit, if I'm going to be having these conversations, we might as well hit record on them, because I'm talking to artists all the time about shit, about the elements of hip hop.
Fuck with you for that reason, right? It's like I like to have conversations sometimes about shit I don't know. Like I always tell the one story. I had this like Muslim scholar and like a Christian pastor on my live one time. And we had a 3-hour conversation because I just asked questions. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
And there was no fighting. I said I felt like a black Barbara Walters or some shit. Like it was great. It was
yeah, man. It's fun when you get to talk to somebody who you really have no idea about. Like, I've studied enough of just hip hop in general that I can keep up in most conversations with rappers and producers and whatnot. But there was one interview I got to do with a dude from Vancouver, Hard Body Dreams. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's like God Body 5%er.
Okay, got you.
Rap. So yeah, we talked for like 2 hours, and I got to just like ask him questions about like, I know what a 5%er is from like watching movies and reading about Malcolm X and Wu-Tang and shit. Yeah. So like I know the outside view of it, but like it was fun to just be able to pick somebody's brain about the intricacy of some shit that you don't actually live on a day-to-day basis.
We don't know shit about it, so it's like, let me learn, you know what I
mean? Yeah. But dude, you talking to people on lives like that was one thing I wanted to ask you about, kind of, is you're one of the more active, MCs that I see out here on social media, doing stuff on social media that isn't just a post for their new song, posts about their new album, I see a lot of MCs who are very active on social media. Right. And some of them are good at that too, right? Like that you can do the little promo posts and make it something funny or whatever. Yeah. But a lot of these guys aren't popping up to have 3-hour-long conversations with people on their live, unless it's, a podcast interviewing them about, if it's me talking to them, they'll sit and talk with me for an hour or two or whatever.
Of course, right. And if it's a hip-hop based situation.
Yeah, but they're not just jumping on TikTok looking for arguments with people, right? Whereas you're kind of into that. You're pretty opinionated,
man. I mean, I feel bad. I have to, I learn a lot doing that. I argue because I think people they don't open their mouth a lot.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of timid people who have shit to say and they just can't. And I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? Especially if somebody's giving what I think is wrong information. If they fix the information or they give me new information, then I'm not going to have cognitive dissonance. I'll rock with it. You know what I'm saying? But if we're going to go out there and just spew some bullshit, I'm going to say some bullshit. Why am I going to let you get it off? You know what I'm saying? It's some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think we need to be, I'm 41 years old now. I'm 42 in less than a month. Like I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? And so if we're not going to go ahead and have these conversations and speak truth and speak our truth, you know what I'm saying? And who is?
Yeah.
I am who I looked up to. I'm trying to be who I looked up to in this hip hop shit growing up. Yeah, I have to play that role now. You know what I'm saying? I should be wanting to play that role. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and a lot of MCs I talk about how like, oh, people now want to know your opinions. They want to see what your life is like. They want to know you as a real person behind the music, right? And I hear them say that a lot, you know, but I don't see them posting random thoughts to Threads or TikTok or Twitter or wherever, right? Like
because they want to make it. They want to have it polished, right?
Yeah.
So Instagram was the polished age, right? And everything had to be polished and put up there. Now, TikTok is me. You get me on a Thursday afternoon in some pajama pants having a conversation. I just came in from outside. I look great. I knew I was going to interview. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
Yeah.
But it's not always like, sometimes I've cried on that shit when I was sad. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I get to be me. You're going to see me. Either you like me or you don't. My opinions are my opinions. And if you don't like my opinions, I don't need you to like my music. Fuck you.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need a fan who doesn't fuck with my opinions. I don't care. People are like, oh, you shouldn't say that. You'll lose fans. Good. The fuck I need a fan for? It doesn't rock with me.
Exactly. Who wants those fans anyways, right? Like,
get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? So that's the aspect of it. It's like sorry. Your phone going on. Hey, babe. Your phone. Yeah, sorry.
No, as a white guy in Alberta doing hip hop shows my entire life, like that's been one of my greatest fears is like that suddenly you look up at the crowd and realize that like these are those fucking people. How did I attract this? You know, I don't want that at all personally. You know, you got to be careful with who your fans are. I talked to the Brothers Grimm kind of about that, and they talked about, you know, realizing that their fans were people that they didn't really fuck with morally, some of them, you know
what I'm saying? If you don't fuck with your fans morally, you know what I mean? And shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we got history back in the day, you know, we got history. And people, you know, one thing about it is I don't even have, whether or not we, it's not to them, this is in general.
Sure.
If you're a hip hop artist, whether we cool, we not cool, whether we work together or not work together, I'm always going to give love to people who keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a fan base that's on some bullshit, check your fans. You know what I mean? Like, check your fans. When did Eminem doing that thing when he did this thing with Donald Trump? He said, I'm putting a line in the sand. If you know, he knows a lot of his people didn't fuck with.
Yeah. I wish he would have went harder on that. M was in great position. He even dropped an album right in the second election run up and shit. Like, when I saw that album was coming out 2 months before their election, I thought, oh, maybe he's actually going to fucking walk that walk. And, you know, they didn't. He didn't. No, there was.
That's my shit from him, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my shit.
Yeah, you like that new one? I don't know.
Oh, White America's the best song from him. That shit is the greatest, man.
Oh, White America. Oh, White America. Yeah, that's the shit. Yeah,
that's
definitely.
A great song. That song probably to me is probably his best song to me. I know it's not the most lyrical. It's not the greatest. You know.
No, but
it's just the topics.
I wish he would take it there more often, man. Yeah.
Man, that shit would hit like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And people like when
I misheard you. I thought you said his new album was your shit for a second there.
I like his new album.
Yeah, I thought it was well made and everything. It just disappointed me because he didn't really have much to say on it other than Christopher Reeves jokes and shit. You know.
Yeah, it was like. Yeah, it was okay.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah.
I always say he's the most talented person with the worst catalog.
He's one of them, definitely. He's one of them. Yeah.
Who else? Kanye's getting up there.
Yeah. On it, I can't even comment on Kanye's catalog anymore, man. Like
I think Bully was like Vultures was kind of trash. Like he's not.
I haven't even been checking. Honestly, since he jumped into the deep end, I was just like, all right, fuck this guy. Then, like, you know, I'm not even checking anymore. I've been so into listening to Canadian hip hop that I was like, you know, it's sad that happened to one of my, you know, former heroes. But yeah.
That's true. You do be listening. Nobody listens to Canadian hip hop like you. That's a fact. I think you might be the dude who's really that. Because if I had to get into somebody actually asked me for like Canadian records the other day, I was gonna hit you up because they're like, dude, give me the best Canadian records. If I need somebody to tell me the best Canadian records, you're the one I'm hitting. Because like I don't think anybody else really has the role of you know what I mean. The information is listening like you are. Like
dude,
that's
every week,
like,
every week I'm sitting there alone listening to the fucking 8 hours of Canadian hip hop on Twitch. You can't get anybody to come by for that stream, but I'm sitting there talking shit anyways. You know?
I'm not on Twitch. That's the thing. People told me to get on Twitch. I'm not on Twitch because I don't play games and shit.
Okay, no, I'm on Twitch, man. I do studio streams over on Twitch. I do DJ streams on Twitch. I'm always over there.
So it's like that, right? Like you can do more than that because I know Twitch was a gaming thing, and I never really got on it.
It was definitely like, you know, built off of gaming and shit, but like there's big accounts like, you know, guys like Hassan Piker do fucking 300,000 viewers just sitting there talking politics for 8 hours a day, right? So
Hassan Piker's cool, actually. I don't mind him.
Oh man, he's one of my favorite creators right now. He's out there pushing in the right direction as far as I'm concerned. And yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I should check them out. You should, gotta send me the link. You know what I mean? And send me the link to the Twitch. I'll join up on Twitch and come rock with you, because I know my buddy Naj is on there. He goes by Sabe now from Psych Ward Kids.
Okay.
Rest in peace to Troubles on that note.
Yeah.
But like that hit like a motherfucker. But rest in peace Troubles. But
too many, man. Too many. Too frequently. It's
yeah, man. Yeah, I think and Pillsbury, shout out to him too. Pills, you know what I'm saying, and shout out to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, there's so many gone, man. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy
for sure, man.
We lost a big one recently, and now I'm going blank, and I'm kicking myself, and I'm going to come back to me in a second, and it's hurting me right now because I'm like, that's my God. God damn it. Anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah. But it does matter, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. It does matter, but it's tough to call to mind on the spot sometimes.
My head, you know what I'm saying? It's like, again, I'm going to kick myself later, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to kick myself later for it, but.
Yes, sir. So, man.
Hip hop right now.
Yeah, let's get back to, you just dropped an album, man. Let's chop it up about that. Like, tell the people about the new album.
I'm still dropping it. See,
so
that's
what
the thing.
What the fuck is the deal? This album's called Playlist, right? And did it drop on Saturday or?
So it dropped on Saturday, but it drops every Saturday or every second Saturday. So New Sound Saturday been my thing, right? So I'm just making a playlist that continues.
Okay.
So the album's called Playlist. I'm doing the Waterfall release.
So will it eventually be 100 tracks long, or like is there an end in sight? Okay.
It might be 40 tracks, maybe. You know what I'm saying? It might be something like 40 tracks. So it's like I'm dropping and I continuously drop the albums, and that's why I call it a playlist, because every song's kind of different. You know what I'm saying? And so by the time it's done, I want you to just put it on and listen to the K-Blitz playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so it's the Waterfall release is dropping, and so every time you see a new, like, it'll be a new cover, but it's cover for the new single on the project. You know what I mean? And so it's just something different I'm doing, just having some fun. Like, let's have some fun is my shit. You know what I mean? So I'm just having fun, man. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. And I feel like that's the wave, man. Like,
that's totally the wave, man. I talk to so many guys who are so serious about, like, you know, how they're gonna get the bag and like how it's all about fucking paying their bills off of it, and you got to be doing this and you got to be doing that. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, man. Make some music, put it out to the world. It's fucking right next to free to drop music at this point. Like,
at this point, whatever happens is gonna happen, right? I mean,
if you bought some studio gear, you know, 10 years ago, you're set now. Just knock it out.
Knock it out. You got a studio gear, you know. And here's the thing too. I'm trying to give free sauce to younger artists. We just signed an artist, Red Zone. He got a new song out. It's called Nike on my mental. That's out on Bandcamp. You can get that. It's direct to consumer because we're gonna get some grants for the boy. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. Got a nice flow on him, shit. So you know what I mean? So helping younger artists get up. I mean, my girl Sass is an artist too, so she's doing her thing. She got crazy engagement. It's nuts. You know what I mean? So using all the skills that I've built over this time to try and help artists and still be make my own thing and have fun, man. Like, I do music because I like music. I feel like I'm a god at this. I don't care what nobody has to say. You know me, I don't humble myself for insecurities. I don't give a fuck. I can't do a lot of things, but I can build a song. And so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm one of the gods at this. I'm gonna have fun doing what I was born to do. But while I do that, I help other people with this industry that I've learned about and how they've been robbing us for 30 years and shit. You know what I mean? And all the money I lost, I'm trying to help others and I lose that money. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
You got the secret on how not to get robbed by the music industry? Fucking share that, man. Okay. Okay, we're all still working on that one. Yeah.
I get robbed a little less than some. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I get robbed a little less.
Okay. I mean,
less.
Last time I talked to you, were we talking about sync deals? I feel like sync is one of the only ways to make any money out of this thing right now.
I signed a deal with DeWolf, and they're the they're the oldest sync licensing company in like the world, I think.
Okay.
And so DeWolf, and I signed with them, and I sent them some music. Then they were trying to get me on Bel Air with the new Bel Air.
Yeah, we went through that. Yeah.
But I just sent them a new pack of all the playlist stuff. And so I work with them, and I'm trying to work on other sync deals. But yeah, sync is a good way to do it. Registering your shit correctly, not just your SOCAN, registering your neighboring rights, your mechanical rights. There's 4 or 5 different ways you need to register your shit with 4 or 5 different companies. And you have your publishing rights and your ownership rights. There's different things.
I hate all that shit, man. That takes the fun we were talking about out of music for me. I fucking hate all that noise.
But if you figure it out and do it in the beginning, then you're not like me having to figure out 360 songs and do it all back and run it all back and figure out fixing it all up. Because that's the thing. I really had, 300 and some odd registered songs. And then that's not even everything, right? Then you got to go back and figure, oh, I shouldn't have done the splits this way. And then you got to contact people and be like, hey, I gave you too much of the splits. And they don't want to do anything about it. It's a whole clusterfuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So explain all this registering, though, like with the 5 different places.
You got so in Canada, you got SOCAN. In the States, you have like ASCAP, BMI, right?
And they're going to get you paid for like radio and shit, right? Like
they get you paid for, well, no, they get you paid for just having, if you get, if you do a show, sometimes a radio a little bit, right? But then you have your
not
MLC.
That anybody's making any money off radio. It's whatever, 2 pennies.
Really? Radio? I know, because I was on so many, that's a whole nother ballgame. I've been on some 850-something stations around the world, 4,000 some odd places around the world. They're trying to tell me you don't have, it's crazy to chase people down, but it's because you need Sound Exchange or you need Actra Racks that does your neighboring rights. I'm going with Actra Racks now, Sound Exchange. I was with it for a while, but Actra Racks helps me. They're part of Resound, right? Okay. They do your neighboring rights.
So and neighboring then you have, rights, what the fuck is that getting you paid
neighboring for? Neighboring rights is for your radio for like your radio for international radio as well as like Sirius XM, shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll pay for that. So everything gets paid outside. I really don't know the exact reason. I don't know.
Sure, but outside of Canada. Okay.
And then and they also do inside Canada. So for like terrestrial radio, they pay you for that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around like, okay, so there's like maybe 6 pennies coming in from like radio plays.
But
and
then you have,
there's sync licensing and there's streaming. The stream places just pay you direct, don't they?
Well, yeah, but so your stream pays you direct, but then the MLC is where you get your mechanical rights, and then they still pay the mechanicals when they pay you. So the distributors pay you, but then there's also mechanical rights that you need to get paid for, and you have to sign to the MLC for that. And the MLC, you have to match your songs to shit, or else you don't get paid.
And these are mechanical rights just for being streamed or being played on the radio or wherever
for playing your shit on the streaming sites. So that's the mechanical rights to play your shit on the streaming sites. I'm still learning all this, but I'm saying the right things. I don't know the full meanings. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah. Hey, you know more than I do, so I appreciate it, man.
And you have to match the things on the MLC, match your songs on MLC. If you don't match them, you don't get paid for it. Okay. And they will retroactively go back. It takes a while, apparently. I'm still waiting for some of that. And then Panorama, or it used to be Sop Rock, right, is one where it gives you your ownership share of your neighboring rights, because there's the performers, right, and ownership rights of the neighboring rights. Okay. So you have to sign up shit with them. I'm with Panorama. I think there's other companies that do that. I don't know. And then so there's their MLC, Actra, Panorama, SOCAN, ASCAP, right, that does your American side, and then I think that covers it.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty thorough list anyways. That's a good start for anybody who's paying attention, yeah.
Figure your shit out.
Yeah, okay.
Hit me up. Listen, honestly, hit me up if you need to. Like, if somebody asks me a direct question, I can go, and I'm not on the top of my head, I can go do that. You know what I'm saying?
Still, with all that, though, does it actually fucking amount to anything? Like you say, like, it's a way to not be screwed by the industry, but for guys who have, whatever, some thousands of streams here and there, but aren't doing millions or whatever, like, does it even fucking matter? Or like,
well, what if they do? Okay. What if your song comes out now?
Yeah.
Comes out now and has 1,000 streams, and then 10 years from now it blows the fuck up, which happens all of the time. Right. I had a song go on the charts from 2010 and went on some charts in Sweden or some shit years later. Like, it always happens, right?
Okay.
It's a lot of artists, you know what I mean? So the lady who did that song from Stranger Things, right? If she didn't have her shit registered, where's her money?
Right. Running up the hill or whatever. That Jack was. Right? Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you might die by the time it happens, but your kids will get it or something. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
And if you register it now, then you don't have to register when you have a huge ass catalog.
Right.
And that's a real problem, because I'm going back trying to figure this shit out, because we didn't know shit. So for years, I was registering shit wrong. Now I got to fix my catalogs. And all. I said, just do it now.
Yeah.
Do the fucking work now. You got 1 song, you got 2 plays, register that bitch. Just fucking register it. Just do it. You know what I mean? But you'll tell them that. You'll tell them they ain't going to do it. They ain't going to do it. But if you do, good job. But they ain't going to do it. They ain't going to do it. They didn't even register the SOCAN, dog. They're not even registered with SOCAN, bro.
It's true. It's true.
Everybody knows SOCAN at this point.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
You should, yeah.
So even when you play, when the stations play my stuff, I see it. Like, I go on Song Stats and I can see the shit because I register it. Right. I can see my analytics. My analytics allow me to have some conversations. Analytics allow me to approach certain people, get certain deals. Like, it just makes sense.
So at this point, though, like, this was something I was talking to Def 3 about last week. I saw some post from a guy in a band who was talking about how it's not even worthwhile touring anymore as a band because they can't even make money playing, small venues, and unless you are a huge established name that has a big draw, You know, an indie artist can't even make money doing live shows on the road anymore because of the costs of everything. And I thought to myself, God damn, that is bleak. So where is the money in this thing? Is it just a hobby for everybody out here? You know?
I don't know where the money is. I don't know where the money is, bro. Yeah. I don't know. The money in music comes sporadically. It always has.
Yeah.
Some people get paid because they tour a lot and they have the links and they know they got their booking agents and that's the next thing. I know I had my boy used to do the shit. We get paid pretty heavy on certain shows. The Juice would set him up. I'm trying to figure that out without him being here is definitely a different situation for me. But I focus more on getting the media shit done. I focus more on the licensing deals. I focus more on making sure my registering is done because that's what I understand more.
Yeah.
Radio and shit like that. You can get paid off all of that, but it's sporadic. When you're registering your shit, trying to get back, you're going to wait a couple months. When you're waiting for royalties, it's going to take a second. But I don't know. I mean, I run Aberrant Avenue Agency Incorporated. That's my new thing. I got artists with me. I'm trying to help artists get on. I have the information. The least I can do is try and I wish there was a me when I was younger, trying to put people on, you know what I mean?
Right. So are you looking at booking shows then too? Because this was kind of where the conversation last week went, was like, Def 3 and I were talking about our festivals, the only thing worth doing at this point.
No, man. I mean, well, yes and no. I feel like festivals are a big thing to do. There's a place here. I just linked up with the owners here. And there's another, there's a couple places here I linked up with the owners, whatever. I'm going to start bringing in some people, try and make it make sense.
Yeah.
Is it going to be big multi-million-dollar shows? No, but can we make some bread? Yeah, but you have to go back to what we used to do.
Yeah,
you have to be a promoter.
A few $100 to help pay for the rent, man. To me, that's great rapper money. You know,
that's money. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do the work they don't want to do anymore. Now, see, remember when I go back in the day when I was young. So remember when the promoter was a promoter?
Yeah.
And all you had to do was be a dope artist. And you promoted to your friends and maybe move a couple tickets because your friends wanted to go, but it wasn't about how many tickets you sold because the promoter wanted a dope show.
Actually, honestly, I don't remember that. Never in my life have I remembered that being a real thing.
Oh shit, man, that's what it was, man. So I remember
it was always pay to play, wasn't it? If you can, sell these 50 tickets, you could have this gig.
I did a show back. This was in London, Ontario. I did a show. I remember John Nani was on it. It was like one of his first gigs. Young Stitch was on the joint, one of his first gigs. Nine Provision, Enemy was there. I had Maestro Fresh West come out and host it, and I had people from all four corners of the city, and I just went around the city and promoted the fuck out that bitch. I just did it, and it packed out. And I did the Lost and the Egg Sauce shows in Edmonton. I packed them things out. And what I did was, I'll give you some tickets. You can sell them if you want to. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'll give you some drinks at the bar too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna promote it because I want a dope show. So I'm not just gonna hire somebody, put somebody on because they sell tickets, because that means you're gonna show up and you have to listen to this whack person rap for fucking fit. Nobody wants to hear that.
Everybody away before the headliner wants to go on. Yeah.
I want a DJ who knows how to play music that make ladies dance. I want artists who know how to play an event to have people enjoy themselves. And I want to put on a good show and them shit pack out. I'm gonna do but you have to be a promoter. You have to actually do the work. You can't just be like, well, I'm gonna let the artist do it. You can't put it off on somebody else. You gotta do the work.
And are you finding some venues out there? I talked to, see, this is the thing, man, is I don't just know about hip hop in this country. I talked a couple months ago to O.P. Yeti, who's from Sook, I want to say, Sook.
The event that the clubs want, and you infuse in the hip hop, some onyx when you want to. Does that make sense? Like, it's not. So I'm not doing I don't want to do the events that, like, I'm not saying I don't want to. I will, but it's not like a concert hall thing. It's more of like they already got something going on.
Okay.
You want to have a good popping Thursday, then let's have something going on. Bring hip hop into that.
That's the way. Well, then maybe O.P. Yeti was on the other side. He was talking about how they can't rent halls anymore to do hall shows like that.
I'm not trying to do that shit either, really, because I'm not really trying, because hip hop is like, excuse me, hip hop's not dead. It's never dead.
No,
that line's always been stupid.
No.
Hip hop's not dead, but the way that people consume it is not the same.
Right.
It's just not the same.
Well, it's constantly changing, right? There's still going to be people who want to, even stylistically, not necessarily the way people consume it, but what people want to consume inside of hip hop. I think every wave is going to have those fans who stick with that wave. There's going to be
we're getting older.
Yeah, right.
We're getting older. We got to recognize we're getting older. I had somebody recently somebody tell me I make old nigga music, and I was like, at first I was like, damn, that hurts. Then I was like, why does that hurt?
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Yeah, the audience grows up at the same time, right? So
I make old music. I make old hip hop music. I'm an old dude. What the fuck you want from me? But I can still make some other shit, some new shit that they can't do what I do. See, they can't do what I do. I can do what they do. That shit is easy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do it. I have a new project I'm working on too on the side. I think I might just call it shit Old Balls just for fun.
But it's gonna be the new one where you go with.
No, Plays go keep going. Plays keep going. But I have one that was actually they call me Outdated. I think I'm gonna name it Outdated.
Okay.
But like, you know what I mean? Because I be doing side missions. It's like a Assassin's Creed game. You know what I'm saying? My music be like a side mission. I'm having fun, bro. I don't really care because if it picks up, it picks up. If it doesn't, it doesn't at this point. I could get mad, and I have days where I want to quit because I'm mad where my career is not where I want to be, and then sometimes like. But I love doing this shit. What am I going to do else?
That's what it's got to come down to. It's just like, you know.
I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and try to help other artists and make some bread doing what I do. And if I'm not the star, who cares? I can help somebody be the star.
100%, man. And, you know, I think that people should be able to appreciate that, you know. And the other thing is, I think, like, up here in Canada, man, like, we get a lot of people talking about, like, how you've got to do this, you've got to go down to America, cross over, get the fans down there. That's the only way you're going to succeed. Like all this kind of how-to shit. And I kind of think to myself, like, I don't know, man. We're in a world right now where we're hearing about AI art, like AI fucking music getting,
listen, bro,
you know stacking plays. And if
you know I'm with it.
If the AI music is able to get plays, then like surely some rapper putting his music online should be able to access that same type of market of people looking to listen to
If you want to travel and do shows, you got to cross the market. They're right. They're not wrong. Especially I ain't gonna lie to you, as a melanated artist in Canada, I ain't gonna lie, there's a reason that Choclair and fucking Cardinal Official got to go on the classified tours in the match out. Let's keep it all the way to fuck real. There's you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, it is what it is.
They got to go on tours with Madchild, you said? Okay.
You know what? That Choclair's got to be on the classified one. It's not a disrespect. It's just people connect with who they look like and shit, and we in Canada.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep that real. That's why Tori and Drake. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Okay.
Hey, let me ask you this. Somebody came at me one time because they told me that I play the wrong racial mix of music on ATSIC, and I was like, you know what? If anything, I think I'm harsher on white rappers just because like as I grew up, I wasn't listening to a bunch of white rappers. Like Eminem, you know, had a part to play in opening the door to 13-year-old white me, but like I very quickly dove into the rest of hip hop and was listening to all sorts of, the classics, right?
You've never been somebody like that. That's an issue with that. I think there's some people who do like.
Well, no,
there's some people out there who definitely are, but not.
I agree. I 100% agree. There's plenty of people you'd ask who's your favorite rappers, and they tell you
they don't
5
even
white
like
guys or whatever, right? Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even think about that.
But it hurt me when he came at me saying that, like, I play too many white guys on ATSIC, and like he says, I Shazam the songs, and it's always some white guy, and I'm like. Well, it's because I'm playing Canadian music. Like, there's a lot of white guys making rap up here. I'm just playing whatever drops every week. Like, and I only play things once, right? It's not like I take the white guy's music and put it into heavy rotation and I'm playing it every week, the same song. Like, no, I'm playing a song once and then whatever comes out the next week, I'm choosing my favorites and playing that. So, like, if we don't have more white guys dropping music, I'm going to be playing more white guys' music.
If they're more dropping, and if they're more doing it in a way that's easy to access to be accessible to, right? I mean, a lot of dudes aren't doing that. If you're dropping a song on your on your Facebook or some shit, and you don't have access to it, if it's not on DSP, if you don't have access to it, we don't have Dat Piff anymore. So the mixtape game is not the same as it used to be.
Yeah,
and you live in Canada. Yeah, what's the demographic?
Well, and so I just hit follow on every artist I see. Like, and so I follow a bunch of black artists. I follow bunch of native artists, I follow a bunch of white artists, but it happens to be that the white guys are the ones who fucking drop every week a lot of the time.
Right? Except for Blitz is out here, Newtown Saturday.
There you go. Yeah.
So here's the thing. This is Deion Sanders' line, right? What about you makes me think that your opinion is going to bother me? If it's not the opinion I have of myself. You know what I'm saying? And you can look up, I'm paraphrasing, go look up Deion Sanders when he says that shit. So truck outside. But Deion Sanders, it's perfect. If the opinion you have of me is not the opinion I have of myself, right? And I have to be introspective and shit. I'm sure you're introspective. If you think that motherfucker's talking some bullshit, then who cares? Don't let that shit bother you. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case with you. I know.
It actually made me go look at the stats. I ran some stats and was like, okay, what percentage am I playing? And it's like, 60% white guys. But
In Canada, it's
that's
what?
about the racial mix of how many.
Right.
Yeah, right. So it's tough,
right.
you know.
Or does
But
he want you to play extra ones? Does he want you to play extra black folks? Like you can't if you're playing one artist at a time.
he was a native guy. He wants me to play more native people, and you know, like I play native people when I see them drop music I like, you know, and it's
and shout out to the native artists. Play the native artists, and I'm sure you do. If they're dropping records, we don't play them.
Of course.
And, and you know, on top of that too, they got to be good. Just because you're black, native, or white doesn't mean you get to play if it's not good.
Of course, yeah. No, I listen with my ears and I make my decision with my ears. You know, like
so it's like so like at the end of the day, like you're not gonna get a play on your shit just because you're a certain race or just because you're a certain. It has to be good. That's the prerequisite.
Well, and that's the other thing I was telling him is that you know a lot of these guys they don't post a profile picture. A lot of these rappers in the underground Canadian hip hop scene, I don't know what race this person is when I'm listening to them. They're just a name on Spotify featured on somebody else's track, right? So
dude, half the time I got an Elmo as my picture on shit. If somebody made me an Elmo picture on TikTok, people are like, I'm talking to Elmo. I'm like, no, it's just somebody made me a hip hop Elmo. And I use that shit all the time.
That's hilarious. I always joke about how on TikTok I would be more popular if I drew like a face with and talked with an elbow. I don't know. I can't get any traction on TikTok, man. I post over there.
He used to have traction when I would go on like my own lives, and then people would just get me banned and just block me and just like, you know what I mean? They're haters. So now I just go on other people's shit.
Okay.
And like you were saying earlier, I find that like when I jump into conversations, I gain more fans doing that. I got to keep doing more duets and shit like I was doing for a bit. And I really want to do that Big Daddy Kane joint.
Oh, yeah, he's got a challenge up right now. Right?
I really want to do that shit. I couldn't find the beat, but I want to figure it out. But I used to get more engagement doing that a little bit. But really, I find that just being on these other lives and having conversations with people and recognizing I need to remember to say I'm an artist, right? You know what I mean? Because they don't necessarily just know, even though my name's K-Blitz Music.
Yeah.
But
people aren't reading that many words. That's, you know, more than 5 letters. Yeah.
But if they like you and your opinions, they might check out your music. And this is the day and age where people like their music could be good, cool, but are they going to remember it? So if they like you, they're more inclined to check your shit out.
Yeah.
They're more inclined to be like, give you a shot. They're more inclined 100%. To be like, well, I like him. I like what he's talking about.
Well, and there's a million rappers, so they want to listen to the one who they connect with or whatever, right? Like,
and it's the same way with people like back in the day when I was selling CDs out on like White Ave and shit. People tell me all the time, you're my favorite. But they haven't listened to shit since 2010.
Right.
But that's because that's when we met. They bought that album. They remember that time. They have this nostalgia thing with you at that time. They don't really fuck with your music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if people like you over time, you're gonna find the people who really do. I got a few like super fans, and I can see them like the numbers don't change. Really, you know what I mean? They go up and hit 1 or 2 every once in a while. Those people really consistently fuck with you.
Yeah.
And then they'll show you on the Spotify thing, your super fans or whatever. Those are the ones that really matter because when you drop, they really listening. When you're doing shit, they're really listening. Those are people you want to have a connection with. And I don't actually know specifically who they are, but I know that a lot of them came from me just being me.
Right.
Not putting on the front. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just me, man. Like,
yeah.
I can't be nothing else.
Well, and that's the way it should be. And that's such a, you know, like, I don't mean to say, oh, you sound like a cliche saying it, but that's such a cliche thing for rappers to say. All rappers are just going to sit there, you know, I just do me. But they're fucking full of it. They don't just do them, right? Whereas I think you actually do. I think you actually are doing that. And, you know, I think there's obviously other artists out there doing it, but like a lot of guys say that and then they hide everything about their life. I don't know where they work. I don't know, you know, anything about the person. I don't know if they have any hobbies outside of hip hop. I don't know nothing, right? Whereas, like, you know, like I was saying, I'm on Twitch. I'll fire on video games over there or whatever. If I'm going to sit and listen to new music, like I'm going to sit and play video games and whatever.
I'm the same way. I'm talking shit. I'm having combos. I'm doing things. And I like to find my peoples and just be able to discuss new things, right? The other side of it too is like, I think for me it was grief, man.
Okay.
That's when it opened up for me. Like I used to have like this thing where obviously I hid who I was in a way, or like artists do, right? We talk about ourselves, but we don't give away too much information.
Yeah.
And then I'll say it, man. Yeah, it's been 6 years, but I don't care. Like when Juice died, bro, it was over for me. I just didn't care anymore, dog.
Yeah. R.I.P. Juice. We talked about him last time too. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get me like 100%. Like he died so I could fly. You know what I mean? And so like I got him on my back now too, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And so I was sad on live. I had to learn I had to go through therapy through those duets I was doing. Like I talk about how much it hurt, how much my career changed when I didn't have him booking the show. I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck. It's me. Hi, my name is Kyle. This is what I do. I make music.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm great at it. And my career goes up and down because business and music industry is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And
well, no, but you know, everybody wants to talk about how like, oh, I really am hip hop. And it's like, if you really are hip hop, you'd be making hip hop whether it made you money or not. You know, like that's what you just finished saying. That's the real fucking people who love this thing. They're going to be doing it, you know.
When I thought it was over for me because, you know what I mean, the whole business was fucked up. I lost my partner in this shit. The only reason my head is on my shoulders is because of hip hop. Yeah. Whether or not I'm going to make $1, I can't. This is who I am. When I say I'm going to quit doing hip hop, which we all have done a million times, it's not about quit making music. I just said I've been talking about quit chasing the thing, like trying to make it a career thing. Yeah. There's not a day in the world I could see myself not making music. That doesn't make sense. It's what I do. What I do for fun, make music. What I do on my off times, make music. Oh, you seen this TV show? No, it's too busy chopping it up or talking to some people or making music. Like, I don't have another thing that I do. That's what I do. That's who I am. Like, yeah, you feel me? And when people tell me they, oh, like, well, you're gonna do this. If it's not who you are, you're not really about this music thing. Like, if you do
so
music,
seriously, you're not watching any TV, you're not reading books, you're just making music all the goddamn time.
That's all I do, Doug.
You don't play any sports, you're not watching sports, you're not. None. I used to. You don't have hobbies like that. Come on. Just
so I be on TikTok talking shit.
Okay.
That's my hobby.
Sure. I guess that counts. That counts. Yeah.
Yes. I go out with my girl. We go on walks or some shit. I take it with my homies. We just smoke a little something, talking, chop it up. There. Really, 24/7. I haven't watched shit since Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Man, that was a good one to end it on, man. They still haven't really topped it, you know. Nothing definitively better than that one. Anyway.
Yeah, I think the Newsroom was before that, right? Maybe I watched the Newsroom. Was the Newsroom before? Newsroom was before, right?
I don't even know, man.
It was a Newsroom Breaking Bad because the Newsroom was fantastic too. Okay. But I really haven't since then. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? They almost lost me in season 3, by the way. When we was chasing around the fly for like 4 episodes, they almost fucking lost me. But then I stayed. I was glad I stayed. But no, I really haven't because I gave away my PS4 at the time because Assassin's Creed was taking up too much damn time. I'm doing side missions and shit. Sure. Why am I completing 100% of the game? Yeah. It's not. I can't. I get lost.
Yeah, there's no real life reward for that one. You know.
ADHD shit. So if I'm gonna get separated from it, I'm gonna just do music. So like whether I'm working on another artist, whether I'm working with my girl's music, whether I'm doing promo, whether I'm making like AI videos for funny and promo, like everything I do has to wrap around the music shit. I love AI shit, by the way. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Let's get into that. I almost sidetracked when you said that earlier that you love the AI.
I love it.
I have it written down here. I wanted to ask you about it.
I love it, and everybody can get mad. And I don't care. You want to know why I love it? I'll tell you right now why I love it. Because I'm Quincy Jones in my living room.
Okay, yeah. So let me ask you this, though. I fuck with AI a little bit. I don't fuck with AI music particularly. I think it's fucked up, and I think, you know, there's fucked up elements of AI. What I personally do with AI, dude, I'm a nerd. I got a D&D game that I've been playing every weekend for fucking 10 years at this point. And, you know, we do it on a Discord call. So you got to have a mini to represent yourself, and I'll make the minis on AI. You know,
they fucking turn out pretty cool, don't they?
On AI, I'll do all that type of shit. So I've fucked around with AI quite a bit. So let me ask you this though, bro. I was looking at some of the AI you've put up. Let me look at the track list here. I forget the name of the song that had it. I think it was Guys. Has this AI that's like Scooby-Doo, and it's like the worst representation of you that could possibly be made. Like, are you running on free credits here, or like?
So no, that's not supposed to be me per se. That's just like so some of them are supposed to be me when I did like the if you look at the videos I have on my TikTok and shit, like I did the Homie Alone fucking.
Because I thought about it, and it's like, okay, it's about them taking the song is about take your mask off or whatever, right? Yeah. And so, Scooby Doo, you've got the guy and he takes his mask off.
The guy's the wolf in sheep's clothing, right?
Yeah. So I get the concept, but I looked at it and was like, could we not have spent a little more credits and made this look like you, or was the intention wasn't to make it look like you?
That wasn't really, because if you look at the reminder video, whereas it was real life Mario Kart, it looks like me.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So it just depends. And sometimes we don't have all of them. Maybe sometimes we don't have credits. Call me out.
I mean, use the AI, but make it look good.
No, I don't think that was something. But I have some videos of Army. So like I was doing movie trailers for a bit. Yeah. I have, like I said, Homie Alone, which is hilarious to me. I thought it was great. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Yeah. Or
and I've seen some of your promo and posts and stuff.
Robbing for kids in the mall and shit like that. So the guys one was just, it wasn't me per se. It was just a video. Okay. Right. And it was really more about the the wolf, being the alpha guy, who was really a nice guy. You know, they're not really nice guys, right?
Sure. No, I get it, and I like the song. You know, it was one of the two on the album that I thought you pushed the envelope with. You know, some of what you're talking about. There was a different one where you're talking about a guy who kicked his son out because he was gay or something, or said he'd kick his son out if he was gay. Yeah, minor flop. Yeah. Is that a diss to somebody on TikTok? That one sounds pointed. Okay, it's a specific guy on TikTok.
His name was Major Flip. His name was Major Flips.
Okay.
And we're on live, and he was talking about how he would disown his son and beat the gay out of him. And he's also a hip hop artist, and he would disown him, but he was okay with if his daughter was lesbian, though, because he's cool with that type of shit. Because he's a fucking weirdo. And so here's the thing: you don't have to be okay with gay folks and gay marriage. You don't have to be. I don't care if you're okay with that shit, but violence towards gay people is not going to work on my time and schedule. So we ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna be a hip hop artist and be promoting that shit on a live. We asked him if he would love his son, and he said no. Now fuck you for that.
Okay, so he is a hip hop artist who just you met on TikTok. Okay.
He's garbage. He's not really a hip hop artist. But he has a lot of followers, and he says he does hip hop, and I listen to his music, whatever.
Okay.
And it was just fuck you. I have a son. I asked my son once. I told my son I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know. I don't care, bro. You can bring on whoever you love. You love. I love you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? No, I understand. No father is no father is like, yay, let me have the. You know what I'm saying? I'm super excited for my son. And no father. It's just part of our internalized misogyny or whatever the fuck we want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I'm gonna love my son. Are you fucking nuts?
Yeah.
And the fact that he can say he doesn't, and he would disown him and treat him like garbage and beat him up for that, we're not gonna do that.
I worked harm reduction down here in Lethbridge. Like, I worked at a supervised consumption site for a couple of years, and I don't know, maybe you wouldn't be surprised, but I was surprised when I moved down here, how the percentage of homeless people who are homeless because their bigoted parents kicked them out for being LGBTQ.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking believe it. That thought just is
because they would
otherworldly to me. Like, who would do that to their own flesh and blood?
Because of the sin of because it's a sin to God, but they'll get divorced.
No, that's some bullshit.
They'll eat shellfish.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They'll do all sorts of shit. You know, they're at the strippers probably.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But being gay is a problem. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
they're online gambling and
they're doing all kinds of shit, right? You know what I mean? They're doing everything they're not supposed to be doing. They wouldn't know Jesus if Jesus was standing in their face and slapped them with it, but they're going to get mad at their gay kid. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. It's the most hypocritical shit ever. I'm not even religious. I don't care. I'm pro-human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. And I'm not religious either. And I think we can be plenty moral without having, a religion to tell you how to do it.
Like, come on. They want small government until they want to tell people how to live their life, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Funny,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in Alberta right now, they're making this push to take propaganda out of schools, and it's like, which propaganda are we talking about? Like, yeah. They specify, actually. They're saying woke propaganda. They want to take that out of the schools.
Because they've taken the word woke and they bastardized it. When we all know woke was, especially it was in the black community, about just stay awake, brother. Yeah. And when it went to some liberal people understood what we was talking about, you know what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers on Fox News want to think it's some woke liberal agenda. No, the woke liberal agenda is being awake.
Anybody who's against wokeness, I've always just said, like, ask that person what that means. Ask them to explain what woke means without sounding like a bigot. They can't do it. There's no fucking way to say it.
We can't say what we want to say anymore. No, you can't say ignorant shit about people anymore.
Yeah.
You can't call people sad Negroes and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't. 100%. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's dumb, bro. It's dumb. It's like they're taking away our freedom. You want to know why? Because equality to the oppressor will always feel like oppression.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And standing by silently watching people get oppressed is, just as bad. You're part of that oppression, right? So
you're complacent. Go fuck yourself. There's a reason I put that song on. There's a reason I put a song out in 2015 about gay marriage and shit, because I seen in my community black folks talking pure shit. How are you going to use the same book that kept us in chains against these people? Are you okay? Are you having a stroke? What the fuck is wrong with you? I will never stand for this type of shit. I'm not.
You know what? I won't even lie either, man. It's always fucked me up. Like, watching people who have been oppressed by Christianity historically use it and cling to it still, right?
Crazy work.
And yeah, working SCS, I met all sorts of First Nations people who and I think a lot of it comes down to people try to get sober, and the only way to get sober is that AA program. The only organized way to get sober, I should say. Like, the only program you can join as AA or whatever. That's where they fucking point you to. And they make you pray and shit. They fucking make you accept Jesus and all this.
Like, bro. It's like when I remember back in the day, I worked for World Vision and shit. And then I realized, hold on a second. Y'all are not telling people to use condoms?
Yeah.
So what are we doing? We're just helping you get a bunch of kids to sell? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb shit, bro. It's weird they're pushing this agenda. It's like at the end of that's a real agenda. They're talking about the woke liberal agenda. That's a real agenda.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, man, their agenda scares the fuck out of me right now, bro. I think these data centers they're putting up are just so that they can power the robot army so that they can finish their agenda. It scares the fuck out of me.
I've seen this theory, and it's actually amazing. And I forget what it's called again, but it's like how human beings, we get to a certain point where we make AI. Then AI takes over.
Yeah.
They make the world into like a energy source. Because if you look at like the tops of things, it looks like fucking computer chips and shit.
Yeah.
And then there's a sun flare that hits the fucking thing, destroys the AI, right? And then we as humans praise the sun and then build again until we fucking build AI again. And I was like, this theory's kind of lit. Yeah. Of all the theories I heard, that theory's kind of lit, man.
Okay. I remember Joe Rogan in like 2010 used to talk about how fucking he thought that humans were, I don't know, an evolutionary step towards AI or some shit like that. How we're the cocoon stage and that the next thing is AI. So
I think AI
we'll extinguish ourselves and AI will continue on. I think they're an
entity. I think they're an entity. I'm nice to AI for a reason. First of all, the T-1000 is not coming for me. They're going to come for the assholes. The T-1000 is the scariest thing in the world to me.
Unless the T-1000 is under the control of the billionaires and you've been saying some wild shit.
I'm leaving. The T-1000 to me is, of all the bad guys ever, the Predator, everybody, of all of them, the T-1000 in the cop uniform? Oh, no. No. Don't turn into my moms and be trying. No. Don't have me just drinking milk and just put your arm out and kill. I'm not. Listen, we're not doing
that's
that.
Fucked up.
T-1000, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, I'll see y'all later. I'm good. It was a good run. No.
Yeah. Man.
I ask you real quick, because I want to say, like, not only with that, the reason I said I get to be Quincy Jones in my living room, because the record labels are putting out AI artists. I sure am too. Damn right I am. But I'm not going to say it's me. See what I'm saying? So I get to be characters and create songs. I'm a writer. Okay. I get to write cool music and make cool music under different characters and put it out. You know what I'm saying?
So you're one of the people flooding the internet with these AI artists.
But I'm doing it in a way where I'm writing shit. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. No, I really am having fun doing it. So like, it keeps my pen moving. I get to explore different lanes of music and shit, right? We got a rock band that's just making fun of those type of dudes I was talking about, like Biggest Loser in the chat. Oh, it's fucking fun shit. Okay. Viva Vanity, she's cool as shit. She's got like some fun music right now. So like she's like, our sexual little hottie, but she's gonna go be a whore for Christ. So that's gonna be a fun album.
Wait. Is this a right wing grift? Are you doing one of those like?
She's gonna be a whore for Christ.
The like sexy MAGA girl AI?
No, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that grifter shit. No, that's weird.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
I've seen some articles about some guy who made like a sexy AI fucking whatever influencer.
I'm thinking about making me a sexy OnlyFans chick though. I mean, like the money's out there. There's a bunch of dudes trying to get that. Listen,
but this article I read talked about how you can do that to make the AI.
There's a bunch of dudes out here trying to pay women who will talk to them and you can just get that bag.
This dude in this article was talking about how he tried to make one and he made it first off with like a regular bio about like just being some woman. And it was like it wasn't taken off. So then he fucking has this idea to like maybe I can grift off MAGA. And apparently the MAGA guys love that shit, right? So
that's fucking funny, actually.
I mean, maybe that could be your, if she's gonna whore for Christ, then she might as well put on a red hat while she does it. Right?
Oh my God! Look, you're giving away all my secrets now.
Get a bag.
Because I know this is going online. See, now you're gonna give away all my secrets. No. Another artist I have one, Kirtle. I have another one. She's like a child star that never grows up and shit. They keep rebooting her. No, for real, I'm having fun doing this shit. And then,
but let me understand. You're writing the lyrics, and then you're getting Suno to generate off those lyrics. Is that?
I'm writing the lyrics.
Because I fucked with Suno too. See, I don't get to have this conversation here because most artists I talk to, like I'm going to say 95% of the people have said like, hey, does AI have any place in indie artists, career at this point? No. And they're always just like, nah, fuck that shit. It's stealing everybody's stuff. So
you want to know why they're going to say that? Because they're going to say I'm a purist. And what's going to happen is I understand you, I hear you. Except for the labels are doing exactly this,
yeah.
and so you're going to think like a purist, and you're going to miss the boat. Okay, and it's never going away. It's never going away.
I agree with you there. It's never going away. I wanted to fuck with it just so I could know the capabilities of it. So
it's never going away. So do it ethically.
Yeah.
Don't say it's you. And make sure if anybody comes to you, you can say, no, I'm doing it ethically. If you're doing it ethically, who gives a fuck what they got to think? I'm having fun. And the labels are going to do it anyway. And guess what? Hybrid Avenue Agency is a label, publishing, media company.
Okay.
I own one. Incorporated. I am a businessman. So I'm going to do what the business and the music business is doing. Whether they like it or not, I'm a businessman. You go ahead and be an independent artist. Shout out to you. I'm a businessman. I'm in the music business.
Okay. All right. So is that a separate thing from being an artist? Because you've also been talking about how money or not, you're an artist. You love this music thing. This
100%.
is what gets you through the tough times. This is what you follow
loves
on.
that shit.
You know?
So what Kyle does too. But Kyle, the fucking business owner, I'm trying to help artists succeed. I've learned a lot in this game. I'm trying to help, like the new artist Red Zone I have, I'm trying to help him succeed. I'm trying to not make the mistakes that I made as an artist. I'm going to try and help Sass succeed and try and do things. So I've made a bunch of mistakes because I love the shit. I'm going to do it forever because I'm a stubborn fucking indie artist who just loves his music shit. But the smart part of me, the grown man part of me, recognizes that music is a business. And the business really has not much to do with music.
Okay. Yeah.
Sadly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to play both hats. Sometimes I'm playing a different hat. Right now I'm having fun. I'm talking shit when I'm talking to my artist, and I'm like, bro, we got to get certain things done. It's not because I'm doing it for fun. Like I hope he's having fun doing it, but I'm gonna try and do the other sides and make sure that shit is done so that he can get up because we do want to make money off the shit.
Do you think the biggest, most successful legends that we can think of in hip hop, you think that they came at it as businessmen? Is that why they got big enough that, you know, guys in Canada knew them?
They had
like Jay says it, right? I'm not a businessman.
I'm a business.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Let me handle my business. Damn.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they were businessmen. So Jay-Z's the artist, but Dame Dash and Big Burke were there.
Right.
So Biggie's the artist, but Diddy was there, and he worked for Clive Davis.
Because something that's kind of always confused me is like, how come we don't get more of these really rich guys who are legends that just continue making music because they want to make music and genuinely like make some, you know, like do some Kid Cudi shit where it's just like, I'm going to get a band and make like a weird punk rock album now. Because like, how many fucking millions do I need? You know, like.
I mean, I don't know these people individually, right? But you look at Styles P, he's got his Duke thing going on. They still got the new Locks record and the movies and shit they're doing.
Yeah.
Jada's doing Joe and Jada. I mean, you got it just depends on what you're doing, right? Like they all have their fingers in different things to do with hip hop, right? A lot of them are, what was his name?
Podcasting specifically has been something a lot of them have jumped into to tell stories and get a bag that way. But again, it kind of seems like a bag chase to me more so than like because they really. I mean, maybe they just had the realization like I did that, like, hey, I'm having these conversations anyways. We might as well cut a camera on.
Might as well cut a camera on, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just having these conversations, listen, if I had the knowledge and wherewithal to go ahead and put a camera on, you know what I'm saying? And have the conversations I have every day with people and shit, it'd be way more fun. So that's why I do it on things like live and shit. Like, that's where my thing is, right? And that's why I release and do my thing. Like, these conversations we have, and sometimes it sounds like gibberish to some motherfuckers. Sometimes they don't want to hear us, and sometimes they would have cut it off. You know what I mean? Cool, but I'm enjoying talking to you.
Yeah,
I would just come by the crib and kick it and talk to you and kick it. That's why I'm having a drink with you.
Yeah,
I would just do this anyway. We just happen to be in different spaces. You know what I'm saying? Cheers, by the way. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We just happen to be in different spaces. So we could do this anyway. We cool like that. We've always been cool like that, whether this was, you know, on camera or not. That's a difference, right?
Yeah, yeah. But it strikes me as strange that you don't get more guys doing, you know, the Andre 3K dropping a flute album or
I'm dropping a saxophone.
Like doing shit that they know isn't going to be successful. You never see these guys who have got rich doing something that they just. Yeah,
I feel like that's what I'm doing, bro. I'm doing that with playlists in a way. I don't know if it's not going to be successful. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But if you listen to what I'm doing way different shit.
I listened through playlist today, and compared to like the rapidy rap, bar driven punchline, like, you know, braggadocio stuff that you were doing with like, you know, Crooked Eye and like just for a lot of your career, you were on some like rapper stuff, and this definitely is like a bit of a switch up to like it's still bars. You're definitely coming with
It's
some
always
bars
gonna have some
here and
bars.
there. Yeah,
It's always I'm all right. I'm always gonna have some bars.
yeah, because that's just that's just the genetics at this point, right? But you're singing, you're on some kind of like bouncy, funky, dancey, poppy beats.
Yeah.
Who's making these beats? Are these AI beats? As I was listening to them, I was like, is this Suno?
They're infused with it. So sometimes they're infused with it. Sometimes it's sometimes we'll make one, we'll enhance it. Sometimes it's you know what I mean? It's like I'm just doing I'm using all the tools that are available to me to make what I want.
How about for the mix and master? Because I remember you sent shit over to me, and I was being nitpicky about the mix at one point, and we had a little back and forth about it or whatever, like friendly back and forth. I don't mean to make it sound at all like it was.
No, it was good. I was listening to you.
Yeah, right.
And I listened to what you had to say, and I'm hoping I'm doing better now.
I mean, you know, like the mix sounds. You know, maybe a little bit. I don't know. You have less presence on these songs than I feel like you could. Like I feel like maybe you got to boost those vocals more or something. Like, but is it? Are they AI mastered? Is that what's happening here? Or
no? Okay. Me and my girl are trying to figure it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Trying to learn it. I want to do everything in house because here's the thing. So I was working with other people in the past. A lot of times, sometimes people don't want to see you succeed, and what they'll do is they'll move your shit a little bit and have you drown out in the beat, and they'll do other things. And so I'm just gonna learn. I'm doing things. There's a lot of haters in this motherfucker. I know it sounds like cliche to say that shit too. I'm doing everything in house. Can you hear it? Does it sound good? Does it sound good enough? You know what I'm saying? To listen to great right now, and I'm getting better as I go. I pay for a great engineer when I get to a certain point. If I'm dropping a certain project, sure. But right now, when you get on my Spotify, it's gonna bump. It's gonna sound good. I've heard other people's mixes.
Well, if you just keep leveling up, I think there's no reason you can't. And I think that goes with this whole idea of being an artist who's accessible and who is going through a process of like, this is the music I make and this is how I fucking make it and take it or leave it, kind of. It's the reality of what it is.
I want to make it sound good enough. Like I said, there might be less presence in it, and I'm trying to work on those things. Like from this first song I sent you, I'm hoping that it sounds better now. You know what I'm saying? Comparatively to then, right? And so I'm trying to get better. Like you heard the new one I sent you, Stereotype, right? That one I think is really done well.
Yeah, that one did sound nice, man. Yeah.
So that's me getting to a point where I'm trying to get to it. You know what I mean? My girl, Amira Lerner, she's doing a lot of it.
Well, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I've always been the guy who doesn't really give a fuck about mix and master. Like, I ask artists, like, hey, does mix and master? How important is the how important section of this fucking thing that I do? And that's one of them. How important is a mix or master? And everybody tells, oh, it's really important, super important. And I kind of think like, but is it? Like, I think the music is what's actually important, and if and whether people want to fuck with you or not.
Look at me, fuck on me, look at me. That shit was the worst mix shit you ever heard in your life.
Yeah, all sorts of his stuff was awful because he was recording it in his bedroom, right? And I mean,
a lot of these artists are doing that. I was listening to a radio show
new wave, but it's also an old wave. Wu-Tang was recording 36 chambers on a fucking stage mic duct taped to a wall.
That's right. That's right. And that's what we're doing, man. We like. Yeah. I'm making music. I'm not gonna stop because I'm not gonna pay. Why? I don't have money to pay this nigga $400 to make my shit right now. I don't want to do that. Doing this thing where some people feel like, yes, it's important to do certain things certain times, and you're dealing with certain people, or you're dealing with certain projects, sure. But like, why am I gonna spend all this money or doing this when I can make it sound decent? And the other side of it too is like, I've played my boy Red Zone's new song came out, and it was on like 8 or 10 different radio stations, and my boy has a syndicate show, right?
Okay.
And I listened to the other people they was playing on the mix. It just sound great. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, if you can make it clear enough, they can feel the vibes. You know what I mean? And some people disagree with me, but by the time they're worried about mixing that song, I made 4 more songs.
Well, audio engineers, guys who are selling their skills as audio engineers, they'll tell you it's real fucking important.
And I'm not a fucking audio engineer. I don't care. I want to put out music, man. I'm having a blast, bro. And I'm learning how to do it better because it makes sense. And yes, having bad mixed shit does hurt your project in some ways. But I've been on so many damn radio stations that I'm pretty sure that it doesn't matter that fucking much.
Right. Well, and ultimately, of course, the better you can get the sound quality, the better the song. And, yes, go for the highest sound quality you can get. But that said, I think we're kind of in an era where, like, since the SoundCloud era, it's been an accepted thing that, like, we're all just dudes in a fucking room somewhere recording ourselves, throwing it online, and the people are there for the week-to-week progression of it, and the week-to-week what's next, like.
So the business side of me, the business mind side of me wants to make sure that it sounds as good as possible for what we have. The artist side of me is like, that sounds good, put that bitch out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and so I have to balance it out. But if I'm getting licensing deals, if I'm getting on the radio and I'm doing it all in house, it really isn't that important to spend $800 or $400 or whatever fuck it is to get it. It's really not that important, ladies and gentlemen. You can do it.
Yeah.
Just make the music good. If the music's undeniable, then you don't have to do all these extra little things to try and make it more special than anybody else. They'll understand. And if he needs a better mix, they'll just tell you.
Yeah.
I sent it to you, and you're like, "Hey, bro, you should mix it better." Okay, great. I went and mixed it better.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. Like if the music's good enough, somebody will care enough to tell you to fix it. If the music's shit, then it's shit. Sorry, dog. You know what I mean? Like you can put, I can spice up a piece of shit. It's still gonna be a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put it in a dress. It's still a piece of shit in a dress. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So I mean, it sounds harsh, but that's really what it is. It's like if your music is good, people are gonna want to hear it, whether or not it has the most shiny synths or the most projected bass. Like, nobody, come on, man. But the best mix song of all time is Yellow Wolf and Ritz, My Box Chevy. That's the greatest mix song of all time.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I don't know that one off the top of my head because I don't gravitate towards white rappers. I'm not gonna lie,
the way that beat and the bass and the vocals hit, bro. My Box Chevy with Yellow Wolf and Ritz. That mix, I don't know who did that shit. That mix and master to me is the, whoo, if I could do that, oh my, that shit is beautiful. That shit is you're going to hear it when I get out, you're going to hear it, check that, you're going to be like, oh, I know what he's talking about. That shit, just the way they did it, I don't know, that shit's perfect. So if I get to that, that's my goal.
Okay. All right. Hey, how about for numbers? This is the last question I had written down to specifically make sure I asked you.
You always been talking so long, just talking shit, because I'm always all over the place.
No, it's been good. I didn't directly ask you a lot of these questions, but we covered the topics anyways. So this has been everything I needed it to be, man.
Great mind, buddy.
Yeah, dude. But I heard a couple bars on there, about like people's numbers not being up to par. Somebody got triple-digit listener numbers.
Nobody cares about you.
Yeah, nobody cares about you.
Cloaking no fake, you're missing a character. You cannot lean on me, I will not carry you.
Okay, yeah.
Stimulating, building my armamentarium. Running back thoughts that you foster like Aryan. What you see in that ocean is an aquarium. Open your pictures because I'm pescatarian.
So I feel like it's
smoke
hey, it's a duality though, right? Because on one hand, as an artist, you want to say it doesn't matter. I'm just here for good music. Fuck all this marketing and promotion. I see artists saying, I didn't start this to become a promoter.
Right.
I didn't start this to figure out how to beat the algorithm, these types of things. And so there is that sentiment in a lot of artists' heart. But then, of course, the numbers do fucking matter to some degree, right? We all want to be able to show.
Numbers don't lie. So I've had, at one point, even last time we were talking, I had like 33,000 monthly listeners, some shit. And then I switched my distributor, and that fucking hurt shit. But I've always had a steady, bunch of listeners, right? Whether it be like between like 5,000, 10,000, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's not amazing. It's not, you know what I mean? But over time, that's just Spotify, let alone the shit around the world and radios and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's a business still. But when those shots are 10, every single record is a shot, by the way. And they know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And if you know who I'm talking to, I'm talking to you.
I wondered if honestly, listening to it, I was like, who are we dissing on all this?
Anybody you think I'm dissing, I'm dissing.
Okay. Well, hey, hold up. There's a bar in there where it was about how your bars are trash. Where's your music at? And I was like, look, I know I've been doing podcasts for a while. I know I haven't been dropping the music. The last drop was 2024.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Listen, you have to apologize to me now. I didn't come for you. So I was in some lives where people thought they could talk shit to me about music, but they don't have no music, so fuck them. Okay. A lot of times they want to talk about Canada. Some of these songs are me and just being in lives and having conversation with people. Yeah. And they think because I'm Canadian, they can go ahead and disrespect me like I don't know nothing about the culture, I don't know nothing about music.
Right.
And then when I prove them wrong, they get mad and they say some shit out their mouth, and then I make songs, and because I like to do that to people. But the other shots are, if you see me around people and you don't see me around them anymore, it's for them.
Okay. All right. Sure.
That says everything I need to say. Because
I wondered about that. I didn't want to directly ask it. I try not to lean into the...
I remove myself
into the drama
from certain people.
Yeah.
I remove myself because I don't feel the love was the same. And all they had to do was allow me to remove myself without saying anything. They couldn't do that, big dog. They could not say anything. They couldn't just let me remove myself and go on with my life and just be the artist I want to be. What they had to do was they had to say things to women always. They always say things to women as if the women is not going to tell me because they like me more than you fucking lames. Anyways, so what happens is, you know what I'm saying? I get this information and I stay quiet because I just watch you. I let you be who you are. And then I plan the whole attack of an album. And by the time it's already happening, and you're like, oh my God, what's happening? And I'm sending shots. I haven't even said names yet, but I am. Mm-hmm. It's coming.
Okay.
And it's going to be super direct, but you already know who you are. You know who you are. I know who you are. And I'm coming.
Okay.
Not for you. That's not for you. That's for them. You know.
Yeah. No, I was just joking. I mean, I get sensitive when I listen to all sorts of MCs bars. Everybody's always dissing the nameless, faceless MC, and sometimes
no, I'm going to be
we're
direct.
not talking about me here, am I? But
no. Yeah. None of it's for you. None of it's for you. So I actually fuck with you heavy, right? So none of it's for you. But I'm going to be direct. What happened is I'm setting the traps. I'm letting them know I'm coming. I just wanted to give them a warning. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's inevitable. Because you thought it was a game. And I'm not for play. See, I'm claiming my spot now. I'm one of the greatest to ever do this ever on the planet. And I'm not going to hide that from people. And I don't care if you like it. Either be cool and get the fuck out of my way, or get in my way and get the fuck run down. I don't care anymore. I'm happy. I'm smiling. I'm having a great time making music, but that does not mean I won't bar the fuck out you. When I'm talking about these numbers, I'm not going to let somebody who doesn't put any effort into their music, who has fucking 20 monthly fucking listeners, try and tell me shit.
Right.
The fuck out of my face with your shit, especially when your music ain't as good and you've been eating off my sauce forever. I hear you trying to Jerry Lewis me. I know the influence I've got on you motherfuckers because I hear it in your shit. I was around you motherfuckers for years. You know what I'm saying? So daddy's home.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And daddy's coming to, sometimes you got to whoop your child's ass. And that's the energy that people don't expect from me, but let's have some fun.
I mean, you know, I heard that energy on that album. There's definitely some of that in there, yeah.
Even when I'm singing, the energy's on there.
Yeah.
I'm not letting the energy stop. That energy's going to be on every single fucking song. And the reason it is because I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to shit on you motherfuckers, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And you're going to continue ignoring it, but you know what I'm saying. And I heard you little something. I heard a little something they wanted to do. Wasn't good enough. Go get some friends.
I'm not sure who we're talking about here, and that's all right with me. But
I'll tell you. I said, if you see me around people and you don't see me around them no more, ask them why I'm not around them no more.
Okay.
And if the answer is he decided to just remove himself because he just didn't feel like the love was the same, then that's the right answer. If anything else they say, but I got receipts.
Okay. Well, you know, I won't make a clip out of it. I'll tell you if I do get an answer from anybody, we won't make the clips out of them.
No, because here's the thing. They already know.
Yeah.
They already know. And they already are ignoring it and pretending they don't hear me. They're going to hear me when I start saying names. I promise you I'm going to start saying names.
All right. On this album, or we still get, how many more on this, on the playlist?
Well, we have 14 now? I'm thinking about doing 40.
40, okay.
I might start saying names at the halfway mark.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I might say, you know what I'm saying? I might start saying names halfway mark. I got some remixes of some songs that were classic songs between me and some people that are going to be some fun times. And yeah, I might have some videos that are going to be shot. It'll be great. Right. I'm going to have fun making fun of people. Right because they thought it was fun. They thought it was a joke. So I'm
going to have fun listening to it when it drops, I guess.
And people, oh, yeah, you doing shit. No, just watch. Right. See, Juice always said to me, you know, you got to go ahead and do certain things. Juice always told me to go ahead and, Juice wanted me to do this a long time ago. Now he can just watch. It's okay, I got it. Hope he's enjoying the show. I'm going to get your popcorn ready.
Hell yeah, man. Here, let me ask you a couple of these how important questions, man. Let me get through a couple of these before I let you out.
No, get through it. Listen, I'm telling you, there's the hip hop bravado for you. Right? Yeah. I'm singing, I'm laughing, I'm having a good time, but I'll bar you. That's why I can do it. I'm getting hype. I can do this fun shit because you're not gonna touch me on the bars. Like, go ahead and try. Like, I'll bar you niggas. It's nothing to me. That's why I'm having fun singing and doing all this other shit because I can. But you gonna say something about it? No.
Do you get the impression that there's more success to be found not barring up? Is this a?
No, it has been.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I was on, like, see, I've always, you know me, I've always been on the radio. Like, I was on the Hot 107s, I was on the Bounce and shit. Nobody else was doing that.
Yeah.
Because I was able to find a balance of being able to, like, borrow and have some fun and do some music and do some poppy shit and, like, have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in Canada growing up, that's what they always attack Drake for. The reason Drake can do all those different styles of music is because we in Canada realize that we have to be able to do different shit. We can't just get it back in blood and get a hit.
Right. Yeah. There's
So
not enough market out there for you to just make music for the hardcore hoodie hip hop heads and try to find an audience.
That's why a lot of these people, they have to ride the coattails of other motherfuckers. They can't do it on themselves. They have to ask other people, or they have to take other people's sauce in order to get certain shit because they don't have it within themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to y'all again. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, no, I think you've done well, man. This is it's a fun album. It's fun to watch you switch up style and just see what's next. I'm here.
Well, the last one, the last one, I don't know if you heard Stereotype. Stereotype, I got serious because.
Did you just send it over like this weekend or something?
Yeah, I sent it over. The new one I sent.
I might have missed it. Is it on the playlist or no?
Yeah, it's on playlist. It's just Saturday. I'm getting serious on.
Oh no, I did hear that today. I don't know.
So it goes through all the different beats, east, west, north, south. South and north. And I'm talking about the Black experience growing up in Canada.
Okay.
And because, you know, I'm too, in my white side of the family, I have some of that. You know, I'm too dark for them. Black Americans always want to inspect my blackness. I just found out that I'm indigenous too. You know what I'm saying? That's another side of it. I got the Oppression Olympics and shit. I got Irish, fucking black, and indigenous. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like I've been going through it where I've been having to fight with American brothers and sisters talking about they want to inspect my blackness, and they put this history on us that's not ours. Our history is Africville. Our history is the same year that King gave his speech is when they brought the demolition order to Africville and put us in slums. We have our own history.
Yeah.
It's just as important and part of the culture. You see what I'm saying? We're still part of the same diaspora. You know what I mean?
And it's not like racially, minorities in Canada were getting any easy walk. There was plenty of racism going on up here and plenty of...
And it's a different racism. And the other side of it is too, I don't get to escape it in my community. We don't have one.
Right.
So I don't get to go to my black community and enjoy myself in a black community. I don't have that. Every day I deal with the shit. Especially in Victoria. God damn, this place racist. But I digress. All the places. Whoa, Alberta. They say Alberta racist. Not like Victoria. Jesus Christ.
For real?
But,
no. Okay.
Holy fuck, dog. Holy
See,
shit.
I always liked Edmonton. Edmonton always seemed like a nice,
cool.
diverse place.
Edmonton, but not like Victoria. Jesus.
Yeah, no, but.
Ooh. But the thing is, like, I was trying to have this conversation about, our story. You know what I'm saying, or my story, right? And shed light on the fact that a lot of people don't understand my story or our story up here. You know what I mean? And so that one's important to me. That one's called Stereotype. So I don't code switch. I just exist in stereo. All frequencies denied me. I'm the signal they call zero.
Yeah, now I remember that track. And
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I'm talking about the whole situation. I'm talking about, because it really can stem from a battle where somebody I respected wanted to check my blackness. Like, brother, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? My family, used the maps in their hair.
I could tell that was pointed at somebody, too, because there was a bar in there about, you got rid of juice first or something. Wasn't there?
You had the nerve to put juice in your mouth. A legacy looted to cover your drought. Yeah. He was likely to be the first one you cast out.
There it is, the first one you cast out. Yeah.
Just because somebody's not black doesn't mean they don't love us.
Right.
They'll never understand us. They'll never understand the black experience, per se. But it doesn't mean they don't love us. And it doesn't mean he didn't love me. More than somebody else might too, just because they're black. Just because you're my skin folk don't mean you're my kinfolk.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to live my life the way that you think I do. And I don't have to be a certain way to be black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I will stand for black issues. I always have. If you know me, you know what I mean? I'm front lines in this shit, especially in Canada. But a lot of people don't understand that, just because we're not in America doesn't mean that we ain't hip hop, doesn't mean that we don't have struggles, doesn't mean that we have black issues, doesn't mean that we're not supporting you, doesn't mean that when your protest was happening, we weren't supporting you and made it louder.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole Kendrick Drake thing fucked everything up, man. Now every time I see Americans talk about Canadians, it's some Canadian actor or whatever. It's
so dumb.
Yeah.
Trying to tell me it's ridiculous. Oh, you ain't black. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? You don't. And so just because I don't have the exact same viewpoints as you, I don't understand. But just because I have a different upbringing doesn't mean I don't have
didn't
a black
grow up in the same types of cities or whatever. Like, oh, you didn't grow up in fucking
and they
place
pretend that
where
Toronto
there's
doesn't
gun
have
violence every day or whatever. Like, I
They
don't know.
don't either. It's half of these motherfuckers talking shit. Listen, they can't go to certain places in Toronto either. They can't go to certain places in Vancouver either.
Exactly.
They
There's
can't go to
tough
certain
areas
places in
in
Edmonton or
town
Winnipeg.
everywhere.
They can't go to certain places either. It's not where you from, it's where you at.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
And if
so
you fuck with the wrong people, you can get yourself shot or stabbed anywhere.
no matter, you could be a fucking wherever the fucking world. You could be in Czechoslovakia, fuck with the wrong person, end up gone. Like, it is what it is. It's like, just because you're from so-and-so hood doesn't make you tough, bro. Like, just because your grandma bought a house there once doesn't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some hoods are tough, but like, who cares, bro? I know some suburban kids will knock your block off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, it doesn't. So yeah, that was shot at somebody. So every song on this record is really me taking shots. I'm just doing it in a fun way. Yeah. And check it out, because if the shots are for you, you'll fucking know.
I mean, it definitely, I think, will get more audience doing it this way than it would if every track was some hardcore, grimy, spooky trap beats where you're rapping all scary, trying to sound how tough, you know, like the other way to make it this record. Like,
You know what's scarier? What's scarier is somebody who really doesn't consider you a threat. Because if you want to, we can go to that level. I don't want problems, but if you want a problem, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But I'm having fun because I don't even consider you a threat. So I'm singing at you motherfuckers. But if you want to have fun, we can have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Let's do some of these how important is questions, man. Let's do how important is getting your stream numbers up?
Always really important in the music business.
Yeah.
They're going to take you seriously. People are going to take you seriously. They see your numbers, they take you seriously. You could be asked if you have 20 streams or 20 monthly listeners, they're going to say, oh, you're probably garbage. You have the best music in the world. It's not going to be the same. When I had 33,000 monthly listeners, people were like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm trying to build that back up. Changing your distributor is hard. Fuck DistroKid. They're 27,000 American. Fuck DistroKid. But
do you think, I feel like with the whole Drake Kendrick beef, again, going back to that for just a second here, it kind of came out that there were two sides of hip hop fan, where some of the people think whoever sells the most albums is the best, and then some of the other side thinks, no, let's analyze it critically and come to it's art and we should analyze the art to see who's best or whatever, and it doesn't really matter who sold the most.
It doesn't matter who sold the most.
Do you think most listeners are gonna look at somebody, and if you have more numbers, assume that you're good?
The average person's going to look at the numbers, right?
Yeah.
The average person respects the numbers. Drake is the hit maker. We realized that when Kendrick had his spot, there was no damn hits. Okay, Kendrick, you make obscure albums. They're great albums. I'm not a huge fan, but I respect you. You're amazing. You're an incredible artist. You're not the hit maker.
Yeah, I really liked Mr. Morale, but I haven't really listened to it that many times. You know, I listened to it and was like, holy fuck, that's a piece of art right there. Like,
and then you're done with it. You know what I'm saying? Drake's making hits, man. I'm sorry. This is not a crazy take. This is not a fucking.
I can't say I've listened to more Drake either, but yeah, no.
But I'm just saying, right? One making projects, and they're great. Drake's got hits. Y'all do different things. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't but Drake's the hit maker. Sorry, bro. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not about numbers at that point. We can just be objective and say Kendrick's making great albums. Drake, I think, has great albums. That's my opinion. That's objective. But there's no subjectivity to him being the hit maker.
Yeah,
that's it.
And I think, just honestly, the average person doesn't really think critically about what they're listening to.
No, they're told what to like. They don't know what to like.
So yeah, they got to be told what to like.
What they like. They're told what to like.
Yeah.
They have no clue. I tell artists all the time, don't focus on what these fuckers like. They don't know. Tell them.
Yeah.
You decide what they like. But next question. I keep going off tangents. You know me.
Let's do it. How important is winning industry awards? You care about the Junos?
They matter, but they don't. So, like, they're important for your resume. My girl Sash just got a thing with Sound Girls. She got a article with Sound Girls. They're a big ass thing, right? That is fantastic for your resume. You know what I'm saying? I've been nominated for Edmonton Music Awards. It's great for my resume, right? Anything that you do that's like industry awards and recognition, articles, all of that is good for your resume.
But where does a resume even fucking matter at this point, right? Like, for applying to festivals, or applying to, like, what is
festivals for grants?
Okay.
Festivals for grants, for investors, for anything, man. Like, it's always good to have a good resume.
Okay. But the listeners aren't checking your resume. You know, they're checking the number on your Spotify account.
The listeners aren't doing that shit.
Yeah.
But if you want to make some motion, you want to do shit on the industry side. That's the thing. It depends on what you're doing. You want both. You want the listeners to care, but don't you want to have some, like, you know what I mean? You got to have some industry shit. If you can, don't go out of your way for it. Really, you know what I mean? But like, try and get it if you can.
Yeah,
it's important.
Makes sense.
It's important.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fucking important.
How about I might have asked you this last time. How important is pressing vinyl? Did we do this last time?
You know what? It's important because some people like it, but now you can get it for cheap, right? There's what's that company? Fuck. It's this new company where they're printing it like print to order vinyl. And so if somebody wants vinyl, they can get it. Just look it up or whatever. I think that's important if you can do it that way. I'm not printing a bunch of vinyl because I'm not spending that money on my bag. But if I can get print to order vinyl, cool. Because if you're willing to pay the extra $50 for it, whatever it is, cool. Like I'm not gonna print up a bunch of vinyl. That's a lot of money. I'm not.
Yeah, I've talked about that. 100 copies for $4,500 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like,
I'm good on that. Yeah. I'm not doing it. It's not happening.
How about how important is planning the rollout for an album?
Extremely important, which I've never done.
Even this one right now, this doesn't count?
Well, this one I kind of did. This one I did in the beginning, but I'm still at the point where I'm just like dropping. I have a bunch of songs ready. It's still got to be. So yes, I have more songs ready for this one than I did before. I'm still learning how to do the rollouts. If I would have started my career doing it this way, it would have been much smarter. So I'm doing it with Red Zone and shit, and Sass is we're trying to do that with her as well, where like they have a rollout is correct. That's why I'm doing the waterfall release, because mine's more about the New Sound Saturday thing I've been doing forever. You know what I mean? So I kind of get on that base. But yes, it's very important to do it correctly. It's very important to wait the 4 weeks to make sure that the Spotify editors can listen to your shit, try and get it on the editorial playlist. It's very smart to do some promo up front. It's very fucking smart. Try and get some grants if you're Canadian. Try and get some articles. It's very smart. It's the shitty part of the music business. I know you're really excited about the song you just put out. I know you're really fucking happy you just did the song. Do the work to have the song do something.
Yeah, I like that, man. Here's one that I have on the list, and it's probably been on this list all year, and I don't think I've asked anybody yet because I know damn well artists don't go live. How important is going live as an artist? Extremely important.
But you can find a way to do it differently. So like I was going live on my own page, pissed me off, had a bunch of haters. So now I just be going live on other people's pages. I build communities and being able to jump on other people's lives. They respect me and let me jump in a bunch of times. So it gives me the same kind of access to the same access and like time to be on live and show my face and shit.
Yeah.
So find your niche and find your ability to do it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever works for you, but be out there with people. You got to be either be outside, and while you're inside, be on live.
Right. Yeah. Okay. How about how important is album art?
I mean, catch their attention.
Okay.
I don't know. That's it. Just catch their attention. If I have fun with it, like you see me, I'm having fun with my album art. I was trying.
You don't have any worries that people see your album art and go, "Nope, not for me. I'm never supporting this."
Oh yeah, people do it all the time. They think it's AI and shit. I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck them.
Because earlier we were saying fuck the guys who don't want to support if they're not supporting because like they're bigots or whatever, obviously. But fuck the guys who don't like AI too. We don't need to try to.
No, not fuck people who don't like AI.
Okay.
Fuck anybody who's going to have an opinion on you without understanding who you are. If the first thing you see is a picture with AI fucking picture or a cartoon picture I made, and you go, well, I'm not going to check that person out, then miss your blessing.
Yeah.
The fuck do you mean? I'm not here to care about you. You're not willing to go past your first 2 feet. And maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But like, what the fuck do I care? There's a whole bunch of other people who might check it.
Talking to different artists on here, so many of them push back against AI, and I have given a little bit of pushback to the point where I'm like, maybe for the guys dropping every week, do the AI cover art, because like, seriously, what are we expecting of indie rappers?
I make sound art. I don't make visual art. I'm not good at that shit.
Right.
I don't want to pay somebody every 10 seconds to do something.
Exactly. To do one a week and pay somebody for it, they're going to ask you $150, $300 for fucking cover art.
I don't have money like that. I'm not balling like that.
No.
I don't sell drugs no more. I don't know what to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? For me, it's like this. I have, with the tools that are given to me by the industry, right? They've opened the gates. I now have the ability to do things I couldn't do at a fraction of the cost. If that pisses you off, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, and I get it too, man. I use some AI art, the logo, the flying formation. could I have paid somebody to do that? Yeah. And I paid somebody to do that after the Smoke is Clear one. And now I've replaced it with one that looks a little flashier that I made with fucking AI. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's easier to animate with AI. Both the animations on screen right now, I got Flying Formation and Doobyis with smoke coming up off of it. It's AI, but the reality is I wasn't going to pay an artist to do those things. I wasn't going to pay an artist to make the minis for my D&D campaign, you know?
And all the artists that they love and all the artists that they defend and all the artists that they go talk about their love, their favorite album. Let me tell you something about those artists and the labels. They're doing the same shit.
Yeah,
they haven't been paying artists forever. Well, we're supposed to pay the artists. You know who hasn't been paying the artists forever? The fucking music industry.
Yeah.
We're the only ones who ever were paying the artists because we're the artists.
Yeah. Well, nobody pays the rapper. I mean, like, the rapper's the last one to get paid. The rapper's got to pay the guy who makes the beat. The rapper's got to pay the guy that makes the cover
so
art.
Now I'm gonna have to go ahead and pay for all that shit and get nothing. Then how about this? How about I'm gonna spend the least amount of money I can, try and make the best product I can, and still be an artist and put out art for you. If you don't like that or appreciate that, please go on. Please go. What did Big Pun say? Not you again. Go that way.
Yes, sir. Man. All right. Well, shit. Let's pull the plug on this thing, dude. It has been fun talking with you. I got a couple more.
Another 2 hours? Did we do another fucking 2 hours in this bitch?
We're close. We're 20 minutes, and I got a couple questions that I ask everybody in closing. So we might make 2 hours here. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Describe your local scene. What's the local scene out there on the West Coast like? No?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
You know what? It's not. It's. If I'm talking about Edmonton, it's growing and different. There's younger guys that I didn't know about. It's not the same group of people. Things are changing. The music's different. I'm seeing some of y'all young guys. Shout out to y'all. I'm paying attention. I'm watching. I still pay attention to my city.
Yeah.
When it comes to here in Victoria, it's cool, but it's not really. Well, there's a place Arches is really cool. It's like Art Gallery. I go every week, and it's like they do freestyling. We just it's the Art Gallery, and it's really hip hop. And I get and I don't even bring writtens. I freestyle and shit. And like you get back to the essence of hip hop. It's kind of a vibe.
Sounds fun.
I suck at the freestyling. I'm not the greatest. You know what I mean? So I get to really be like just experience hip hop again. So that's cool.
You suck at freestyling? You're just practicing, you saying?
I'm not the greatest ever. I'm not like, you know, amazing freestyler like Junk or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Junk. He did an amazing freestyle. I'm not an amazing freestyler.
Right.
I mean, I'm not bad. I can handle a cipher, but like I'm not incredible.
Yeah, I think the average MC who's been doing it for a long time and hasn't like devoted themselves to learning how to be a freestyle beast, like can freestyle and sometimes is going to get off some dope freestyles, but then sometimes going to trip up or whatever. Like
that's me. I'm like, but I mean, energy is cool, but I'm taking those times of real hip hop vibes. So I'm gonna bring Red Zone with me to do some of that shit. Sash is doing the same thing. Like it's the three of us are really working, and use those times to just get back into hip hop and use it as a practice because nobody's got a YouTube in my face. Nobody's got, you know what I'm saying? So I'm having fun doing that. I'm gonna start doing shows and shit though, and it's the reels out here. So he's got a 9mm. I think I'm trying to get the Victoria, take over the shit. I'm here now. I'm here now. I'm gonna take over the shit, and it's beautiful. I like it. So.
Can you get into Vancouver? I've been hearing good things about the ciphers that Icon Hip Hop's been throwing.
I did the Icon one here with Mocha Only and shit was here. I did that shit. Dope. So I'm gonna start doing things over there. But I know Vancouver's got their thing. I just don't think there's nobody really here per se. Respectfully, if somebody sees it, they get mad at me. Sure. But that's like holding it down, like there was in Edmonton for a bit. There's certain people who was doing this shit all the time. So yeah. But I'm also relaxing on my city, so I'm not trying to just jump in and be like, I'm here and I'm taking over.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, I'm being respectful in my old age.
How about name some other artists, from the Canadian scene you think people should be up on who, maybe aren't getting as much shine as they should?
So Sass, that's SASS. You can look at her featuring K-Blitz. You find her shit all the time. Her song "Revenge," XYZ Me. It's a song. She's dope as shit. And I'm biased and I don't care. She's dope. And actually, her pen game's crazy.
Wait, hold up. How come you're biased? Is that your girl?
Girl,
when I was listening to it, I was like, okay, is this his girl? All right.
It's my girl, man, and she's amazing.
Okay.
And her pen game's crazy. And her flow and shit is getting better over time. But her pen game always been crazy before me. It had nothing to do with me. Actually, in the beginning, I wouldn't help her do music because I was like, I'm gonna fucking date a fucking artist. Fuck out of here. Because like I don't want to end up on that shit. I hate that shit. Bullshit. Like I'm not trying to. But it happened. She's dope all by herself.
All right.
Red Zone is artist from here as well. He didn't do like music for a long time, but he wrote his thing. He's dope. We got dope ass flow. We're working on him right now.
He's got music out there. I'll be able to find it. Type in Red Zone.
Nike on my mentals out right now.
Okay.
Nike on my mentals out right now. I'll send it to you personally. That's out. And then other artists, Canadian artists, I mean, no.
You only fuck with your own little stable. Okay.
I'm fucking with my team right now. That's where the green's heaven. No, honestly, there's a bunch of artists that I like. Shout out to all y'all. I don't know the names off the top of my head. I forgot my homie who passed off the top of my head. Like, I'm really feeling like shit right now. I still haven't. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like a piece of shit.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you for one. It's something I ask everybody. Speak it into existence. Name a Canadian artist you haven't collabed with that you'd like to collab with. Anybody out there?
I haven't collabed with it.
Yeah.
Yo, Belly, man.
Okay. That's a name I haven't heard when I ask this question. Yeah, interesting.
Belly would be cool because Belly's like, he's a writer, you know what I'm saying? And there's a bunch of artists I like. I mean, you know, of course I hate Drake and Tory, and I can say all your Weekend, I can do all of them.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's turning down the Drake feature. Yeah.
Yeah, but Belly's a writer. Belly's like, I think we come up with something dope. I feel like Belly and me in the studio, and I don't know him like that, but I feel like listening to him and the shit he did with Nipsey and the things he did with Rock and the things he did with Charles Wolf and shit, like, I've seen the things he was doing, you know what I mean? And so I think Belly would be somebody that to get in the studio with would be like, I think he'd be probably dope as shit. And I did a show with him once, but he never came in the doors because we got into a brawl and before the whole place erupted in a brawl before he did his set. So it didn't work. Yeah.
No, I could see your guys' styles working. He always had like melody incorporated into his stuff.
Let the rain fall, let the rain fall. I wrote it down on you. That shit, like that type of shit. Like, I feel like I could do something crazy with Belly.
That could work.
Or P Rain. I like P Rain too. Who's now Preem. When you used to work with Drake back in the day, he'd be cool.
Okay.
Presser cool. I like Presser, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that type of shit. I can believe it. That high pitched voice shit.
Yeah.
Or Casper TMG. But I wouldn't want to do the new shit like I know I'm talking about Toronto niggas right now. But hit a song I want to Glock. I just like certain shit. I don't know. I have fun with certain things.
No, that's not good. Those are the guys popping in Toronto. I'm always surprised that they're the guys who get all the shine compared to, you know, all the guys I like from Toronto more, but
it just depends on what you're looking for right now. I think everybody I mentioned though was like kind of different. I'd like to work with Shad. Shout out to Shad. I knew him way back in the day in London, man. We never did anything. I've known him since I was a kid. I must have been 22 when I met him.
Yeah.
Way back. You know, it'd be fun to do something with him because he'd be fun.
Yeah.
You know, Mocha Only would be fun. Shout out to him. I actually just talked to him recently. Said I'd like to do something fun with him.
Nice.
And really, but the biggest one I'd like to do something with is actually, now that I say, I'm sorry, I'm going a bunch of names. I want to work with Maestro.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he just won a Juno for a kids album or something, didn't he?
Yeah, and I don't know if he's doing this thing now. We still talk. Every time I see him on his live, he's always K-Blitz with the hits. He's been calling me that for 20 years. And you know what I'm saying? It always shows me love when I'm on his lives. But
the newest thing I saw from him was him and Dio Gibson are going to do Canada's,
okay, Dio Gibson. I know him too.
They're doing like Canada's Amazing Race or whatever that fucking reality TV show is. Yeah.
I was going to get some paper together and just listen. I was going to get some paper together and hit up Maestro and be like, here's a bag. Because it would just be for me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do a record with Maestro for me.
Sure.
He's always been a solid person. He did a show for me for cheap back in the day. He's always recognized me. He's always been real. As a Canadian OG, I respect him and how he moves. And I would love to do a song with the OG.
Perfect, man. And naming a few people there, that was great because you know, just more spotlight on more people, more props to more people. How about shows, tours coming up? Anything we can tell people to look out for? Anything to plug?
Nah, just been dropping music. I've been dropping music. That's been it. We haven't really booked in shit right now. We're trying to book, but I'm also not trying to book things where it's like, because after COVID, it seemed people be crazy. Like, yeah, pay us and buy a bunch of tickets. And I'm like, excuse me? We're going to put on some shows. I'm going to bring some people out here to Vic. So if you're trying to come out here, hit me up. I'm going to start putting on some shit. If there's tours and you want to have some people, listen, I understand it's a game, but like my boy wants to do something in the wintertime.
Yep.
He's actually hit me up, said he wants to do something. He's a promoter. So, but until it happens to the ink sign, I ain't, you know what I mean? There's not really happening. You know what I'm saying? Until the ink sign with me.
Yeah.
So, yes, there are plans to have something in the wintertime coming up. But I am going to start bringing artists here. So if you're an artist and you're listening to this right now, hit me up. It's easy to K-Blitz Music on everything. You hit me up and let me know what's going on. Send me your resume. See, you need a resume.
Sure. Yeah.
I have music resume. You know what I'm saying? Just your EPK and we'll get it back. That's it. So.
All right. Sounds good, man. Where can people find you on social media?
K-Blitz Music on everything. That's everything. You know what I mean? So, and then as social media, you're going to find me. And then check out my
most active on TikTok, though, right? I feel like
I'm most active on TikTok. Yeah, because I like TikTok. TikTok's the only place where you don't have to be your friend from high school. I don't have to know you through so and so. I love TikTok. I get to be me. I don't have to be too cool all the fucking time. I like TikTok. And people always asking me where I was. I'm like, you know where the fuck I am. I'm at TikTok.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm at TikTok. I'm fun over TikTok.
Yeah, I feel like that too when people ask, like, oh, what have you been up to? It's like, motherfucker, type my name into any search bar anywhere. You'll see what I'm up to.
Yeah, like, why don't you see me anymore? I'm over on TikTok. If you care enough, you'll find me. I'm on TikTok.
Exactly. All right, man, this has been fun.
Hey, listen, so check it out real quick. I gotta do this. Aberrant Avenue Agency Incorporated.
Yep.
Shout out to SAS Red Zone. Check them out. AberrantAvenueAgency.com. You can find all the artists. Shout out to my guy Doobyis. If you're an artist, make sure you fuck with my guy. Make sure you fuck with the radio program. Make sure you send him some drops. Make sure you support Canadian hip hop.
Appreciate it.
Even if you don't like my face, if you don't want to fuck with me, make sure you fuck with this man. You know what I'm saying? It was good to fuck with you. Good to talk to you as always, brother. I'll see you when I'm in town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you hit Alberta, let me know. I'll be around.
Back, man. I gotta grab some shit out of the store. I gotta grab some shit at my friend's house and shit. You know what I'm saying? They had extra room. I'm like,
all right, man.
I was supposed to be here, but I'm here. But if you ever come to pick, you got a spot.
Cheers, man. I hope you have a good summer. All right, everybody. So that was it. The last one. 25 episodes so far in season 4, 2026 here. There's been 27 weeks of 2026 so far, and I've done 25 episodes. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired, but I'm still going to be chopping clips. There will be clips up on Instagram over the summer. I'm still going to be doing After the Smoke is Clear. After the Smoke is Clear, or At Sick, is my radio show, The Mix Show. Of course, it's not only on the radio. You can find it for free. The archives are at mixcloud.com/Doobyis. Doobyis is right there on screen for you. Doobyis.com is the hub. I will continue to be posting and streaming. I'll be over on Twitch throughout the entire summer. I'm hoping that I'll be able to put a little bit more time and effort into streaming some studio sessions. Maybe I'll be able to bring some of my homies over and put some music together collaboratively with them. But otherwise, I'll be on there, writing and rapping myself. I've got music I need to finish up, and these 2 months are, that's the schedule for me. So I will be back in September. September, we're going back to weekly. It'll be Tuesdays again. Pretty exciting guests. Haven't locked in with any of them yet, so I won't name names. But definitely, the momentum keeps building. It gets easier and easier for me to book with bigger and bigger guests. I've got people reaching out to me, asking if they can get on the list. I feel blessed and honored at, watching this thing get a little bit of traction, at least with the industry, if not with so many listeners. But, the listeners, I love you. Come through on Twitch, say hi in live chat, leave comments over on YouTube, hit like, all that good stuff. Appreciate you a lot for doing it. You can always donate to the shows. It's, paypal.me/Doobyis, Doobyis, and you can drop a donation over there if you appreciate what I've been doing with Fly in Formation, with After the Smoke is Clear, with just pushing the Canadian hip-hop scene. Donations also will help me make my own music and buy beats from talented artists across the country. That's another reason that I've been doing this show is, so that I have more people to collab with when it is time for me to start dropping music. And I've been just kicking around ideas of what the best way to do that is as I talk with different artists, plotting and planning, but trying to just stay active and stay supporting this Canadian hip-hop thing. I appreciate all of y'all, and I will be back in September with more Fly in Formation. But make sure to catch me over on Twitch in the meantime.